Allow me to shock my conservative friends today. I think the Connor Lamb victory in Pennsylvania for senator is a good thing for America. And here's why. He went against a Republican by the name of Rick Saccone. Here's what I do with each election I look at. I just go to their websites because there we understand what they want you to, know about them without having to have filters or whatever else, without opposition research. What they want you to think about them. Well, on Saccone's website, it was fine. He's a great guy, Air Force veteran, had a long career in public service, blah, blah, blah. But there wasn't a single word about what this guy is really going to stand for, what he's going to fight for, what's number one on his list of priorities. Not a word. All about who he is, what he's done, where he's been, and who's endorsed him. Nothing else. Connor Lamb, on the other hand, the Democrat. On his side, he had a whole page devoted to his priorities and his menu. Well, I went there right away, and I was stunned with what I found. Number one on his priority list was the heroin crisis that we're certainly experiencing in our country, and I can respect that. But then the next biggest thing was certainly jobs. And man, he referenced it in so many different ways. The one that stuck out to me was the fact, being from Pennsylvania, he wants to have even more natural gas development because that's going to create not only more jobs, but great paying jobs. I was stunned by that because, you know what, if you're a climate change person, you are against any development of, more fossil fuels, which made me look around and say, wait a second, where is climate change? Guess what? He doesn't even reference it at all. I mean, this is the party of Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders. All three of those told us that, the greatest issue facing America moving forward was climate change. He doesn't even mention it. I'm like, dang. And not only that, the progressives, the left part of the Democrat Party, all they want us to talk about is the social injustices of America, starting with white privilege and racism and how we've held down the blacks and women, income inequality, transgenders going to whatever bathroom they want, gay rights, on and on and on. That's all they want us to talk about. This guy doesn't mention that. Doesn't mean that he doesn't have some beliefs that would be contrary to mine, but at least he's saying, you know what? It's not what I care about if I get elected. And he doesn't even mention gun control. I mean, think about what's going on right now. And again, yeah, we'll probably have some disagreements, but it's not his priority. So here's what I want to say about this and why his election was good for America. It was a loss to Trump and the Republicans, no doubt, because they lose a seat in the Senate, which means a loss of power. But that's pretty much it. The bigger loss, though, bigger than the Republican loss is the loss to progressives. Now, progressives are, watch MSNBC at night. Those are progressives. And I was even laughing as they hailed this victory, how great it is, for them. And yet I believe the greatest loss is to the progressives. See, they're the wannabe socialists. And they love these issues like social injustice and climate change because every federal law they can get passed concerning those issues will move us closer to true socialism. And I think the biggest threat to our republic, our democracy, are progressives. So guess what? I think this guy's actually good for America because he's a Democrat that got elected who is not a progressive.